Hi, my name is Susan Harrelson, and I am the world language teacher at Blevins Middle School. If your student is a sixth grader, they probably have me for world language explorations. And we call it that even though the only world language we're exploring is Spanish. There are some other middle schools where they have 3 weeks of French and 3 weeks of German and then 3 weeks of Spanish, so that when they're seventh and eighth graders, they can choose what world language they want to choose. But at Blevins, right now, we only have Spanish. And so we do 9 weeks of just Spanish. If your student is an eighth grader, then they would have me for Spanish for high school credit. So it's a Spanish 1. It's a full year class. And the great advantage of that is that while they are in eighth grade, they can get some high school credit for that. It's a little bit dangerous. We've run into people in the past who have tanked their GPA because they didn't get a very good grade in eighth grade. So that would be something to really pay attention to as parents, making sure that they are staying caught up, that they're comprehending, that they know what's going on in Spanish class. The method I use, if you have a seventh grader, I've got them for homeroom. And right now it's 15 minutes a day. And I love my seventh grade class. Anyway, the main way I use to teach Spanish is a relatively new method called comprehensible input. I'm old. When I first started learning Spanish, it was very much, here's a textbook, read this textbook, memorize this list of verbs, let's conjugate them, let's practice dialogues with each other. And research shows that that's not really a way of learning how to communicate. One of the metaphors I like to use is, imagine you've got a glass of water. It's a glass of water. I'm pouring water into it, and as the glass fills, once it gets all the way up to the top, the water starts to spill over the sides, and that's when you're able to start speaking and start writing. So it's a lot of input, stuff that you understand, stuff that you find interesting and compelling, and then it fills up your brain. And then when your brain is full, you start speaking again. And there's no way really to know how big the glass is to start with, how full it is already. Maybe there are people who have family members at home who've been speaking Spanish with them for a long time, but they don't speak themselves yet. So once that glass gets full, then we find that they're able to speak and write really, really well. Sometimes people start out in my class day one, they really don't know very much at all. They haven't been exposed to a lot. And so my job is to expose them to a lot of interesting, comprehensible material that's interesting. So for that, we do a lot of conversation. We do some reading. We do a little bit of writing. The idea is that you have to listen and understand, read it and understand before you can start speaking, before you can start writing. So there are some students who, like I say, have heard a lot of Spanish at home from parents, from grandparents, whatever other family members. And that we call those heritage learners. So if you are a family where you use Spanish at home, you've maybe lived in other countries, and your student has heard a lot of Spanish already, my goal for that student is to really improve their reading and their writing, because they've already heard a lot. Their glass is really probably almost all the way full, and so the goal would be to get them to be literate in reading and writing in Spanish, so that they will be able to benefit from being bilingual and being biliterate. So if you have any questions for me, I realize this is a long video already, please let me know. I am very easy to reach by email, and I can be reached by phone, but definitely email is good. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.